Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to PreMarket Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Joel, we made it to the end of another week. All things considered, a pretty quiet day today, yeah?
A good day for the market here. Overall, we're trading into green here. My Zoom controls are not coming up because I'm opening up another platform here for the close. But once that comes up, I'll bring you my charts
Yep.
and a good day, just a good day overall. We were quiet in the morning. We were kind of meandering. My buddy had texted me and he's like, "When's the last time you saw like a 16-point range in the S&Ps in the first half hour?" But that's what it turned out to be. I was hoping to see the close or even the pre-market low, and that didn't happen. Here we go. I got found my charts here. So that dip took us through mid-range on the session, but you couldn't get to that pre-market low, 45 and a quarter. So we got a pesky little gap in here between 45 and a quarter, and then the high front. Well, I guess the after hours high was 47 and a quarter. So not much of a gap there if you include the after hours charts. On that rally, I was looking for 34.76 and a quarter. That was our September 4th high. But I guess I wasn't the only one looking at that because it stopped at 34.74. And then we've just had a real quiet afternoon here, a fall afternoon, 75 degrees here in Michigan. I'm going to hit the links with my nephew afterwards while it's still nice. We have crude here. Oh, it gave up those gains down 68 cents here at 40.51. A little bit of a late day sell off in the crude market. Couldn't hold those gains from yesterday. Good day for the gold bugs, dissing ourselves from 1900 up $38.50 at 1933.60. Great day for silver too, up 5.6 cents here up 1.4 cents at 25.21 and a half. And Bitcoin joining the rally here today, folks. 100 up $155, 11,110. Take it away, Spencer.
I'm trying to scroll through and find the exact timing of Trump's tweet that
Oh, I can tell you.
we were not going to have any stimulus from a few days ago.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
That one.
because that was the that was the turning point of the week, I think, and it was just basically rally everything from that point.
Yeah, we're a good 40 handles above where he tweeted that. I'm not sure where he's coming from, where the synergies are with the in the Congress, deal or no deal. I don't know, but overall, yesterday was a clue when he came out and Pelosi said, "Hey, we're not doing anything," and we went down and then rebounded. I think that was a tell for the rest of the day and today. But creeping back up here, that tweet came. That was right around noon.
I found the first tweet. This is from the 6th at 2:48 p.m. So this is from Tuesday at 2:48. That's when he said no deal, from calling it off. And if you go back,
that was a big sell-off.
Yeah. Where can I see that on that chart there?
Let me go here. Hold on. I've got so many different things going on here. Let me get rid of this.
Because to me, that was like the final.
That was 100. That was almost 100-point sell-off. I mean, here, let me go to the 60. Yeah, here we go. This is it, right? Right here.
Yeah, there we go. That was it. That was the week right there. I mean,
that was it. That was it.
That either made or broke your week.
Yep. And then it came down here and then paused a little bit the other day. And then once it broke through here, the tweet yesterday, when was that? This was here. This was the tweet from Pelosi yesterday. And I actually caught it short on some stops. And I was like, okay, 3,400 minimum, on this. And to replicate this move. And thank God I just kept moving my stop down and I got stopped out. It would have been a stop to reverse on that. But man, I thought it could do a little bit better than that. But here we are. You're selling off maybe a little bit here into the close, but a week that Trump tweets moved the market, and
Yeah,
what? How long do we have to the election? I mean, we still have a month, right?
can't come soon enough. Is
I
all I'll
know,
say.
I know.
We're about 3 weeks away from that, so I guess 3.5 or so. Yeah, so quiet day as far as the market's concerned. Not too many. Really, the only catalyst of the day is the latest tweet that Trump wants more stimulus, but nothing really too much in the way of internet news beyond what we discussed this morning about the semis being in play, about the bit of a dash for trash. Although the dash for trash did come off a little bit today.
Yeah, it did.
If you
It
look at,
did.
I've been looking at COTY for the past few days. Looking at GameStop this morning and yesterday. Those trades came off a little bit. How about GE?
All
Yeah,
right.
GE came off too. So they all kind of came off today a little bit.
All right, let's start with the G's here. Uh, First, let's do GameStop. Come on,
Yeah.
Spencer, we got to do GameStop. And actually, I got an article coming out on this. I don't know if they published it yet. I got some comments from Michael Pachter,
Mhm.
who's been following this stock forever, right? And he thought, they kind of, to sum it up, they were kind of making a big deal out of this. But that 12, we talked about the 1250 buyer this morning. That held up. I said that 1250 would go to 12, went to 1206. And I don't know why this thing went to 1480. I have absolutely no idea. And then it hit 1480, and someone came in and said, enough is enough on this. And closing near the lows of the session, this thing's up 400% since its April low at 257. I mean, it gets the activist boost from Michael Berry, then it gets it from Ryan Cohn from Chewy.
Mhm.
I don't know where the good news is gonna, keep coming in this thing. Obviously, the deal with Microsoft, we'll have to see how that pans out. But his analysis that I put in the article didn't really. I mean, it was going to be a boost to the bottom line, but not as much as people perceive. So,
Yeah.
profit taking, GE. We were talking about the $7 level and whether or not this could get over 7. It did, but not for long. Institutional sellers got taken out. They were probably $7, 701, 702, 703, and back. I mean, Goldman covering this stock. I think you get it cheaper. I think maybe if you really want to own this thing, sit tight, wait for a little gap fill, 650, 660 for General Electric. And then you mentioned Cody. I don't follow that one.
Yeah,
See
well,
it
it's one that I was sort of checking on for the
for
past.
the
Yeah,
junk
right,
trade.
exactly for junk. And I just sort of it stuck out to me because it was a big gainer
Double top. If
past
you're
few days.
looking for, I talked with you guys yesterday about getting a turn, getting ahead of the market. 382 yesterday's high, 383 today. Boom, double top, sold off. Higher low though, so we'll see what happens with Cody next week.
I mean, theme of the week is reversals. And if you look at like Workhorse today, I mean,
Oh yeah,
yesterday
yep.
was yesterday in the pre-market we had that short report from the firm that no one had ever heard of before, and I guess it was a red flag that their site couldn't even handle traffic. But I mean, if you bought that dip at the open yesterday, you're looking pretty good right now.
Does Mitch want to come on and talk about that short report at all, or
The
did
only
he
thing
bolt?
I did not read the report, but I read a summary of the report from Benzinga, and it was essentially alleging that they they are in the same vein as Nikola, that they don't actually have any trucks that work, that they don't that the leadership is totally unqualified, that they're not going to get or the USPS deal, and if they do get it, that it won't be material. Um, that's the summary of it.
Write
Well,
this down, everyone. I want you to write this down as a trading rule. Okay. When a company comes out with a short report
yeah.
that you've never heard of, and you go to their site and you can't get to the report on their site because their servers aren't working, then do the opposite of what they say.
Yeah.
There's your trading rule for the week.
Yeah. So Roth Capital came out and defended them today.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get. I mean, we have to get that news by the end of the year. So,
We do have to get it by the end of the year.
yeah. The government has said I think by the end of the year. So I
Who
think.
else is in the running?
Oh, maybe Mitch knows. I couldn't tell you. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know of anyone that's public that's in the running. I think Workhorse is the only public company that's in the running.
Boy, they I mean, the post office needs some 2 trucks. Have you seen those trucks?
Yeah, I think we all have.
Is
All
your
right.
chat working on YouTube?
Yeah, I see our chatters here.
Really? I wonder why I'm not getting it.
Okay, let's go to the chat actually. And here's a good question from Doug Mason. Benzinga, can you all tell me how you would be trading Amazon going into Prime Day? Good question. Prime Day is the 13th, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. That's Tuesday. So we've got a big day for a big week for tech next week. We have the Apple event and we have Prime Day.
Yeah, I mean,
Prime Day is a two day affair. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, but you got two big. You can call them tradable events. I can answer your question, Doug, on how we would usually play this. Is you play the run up, right? So you're not so much, and Joe can elaborate, but you're not so much trading Amazon and Apple on Tuesday or Wednesday.
right.
You're doing it today and Monday.
Right. There you go. Yeah, the run up ahead. You see that pretty often. Run up actually has been a run up today. And yesterday was a little bit quiet, but you are getting that run up now. So if you are playing that trade, boy, I don't know. It's getting pretty close to the date. So having the big $95 move today, I think that strategy a little bit used, but yep, Triple D likes to do that. And just who cares about the actual results of Prime Day? I would look for this thing that what's the high today? You haven't gotten over 3,300 yet, right? So 3286 is your high. You're not far off that. Has a little bit more work to do. I don't know if you're going to get up to that 3349 though. That was a high that you had going back in September. So I think part of the trade here, I would just want to see it keep going to 3,300. You had sellers there. This was a bad day. You got in well into the 3,300 handle. 3,300 here hasn't been there in quite some time. So I don't know, maybe a little late unless you could just like get a strong bid, go 3,300, get a strong bid, and just keep on going.
Wait, just to clarify, Joel, on Monday, are the bond market is closed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bond market is closed, stock market is open. It's Columbus Day in the US. It's also Canadian Thanksgiving, but the stock market is open. The bond market is what's closed on Monday.
And we're not giving Dennis the day off.
No, I texted him though after the show because I remembered, and I said, "Hey, are you doing the show Monday?" And then he reminded me that he goes by the U.S. calendar, so he doesn't take Canadian holidays off. So
All right, tail it off here a little bit, folks. I don't know if we've seen the market imbalances. S&P sliding a little bit here. Doesn't look like we're going to take out that 34.74 high here. Of course, anything can happen. We have 7 minutes left in the session. Just falling back here. Got a ways to go to get back. Mid-range on the session's actually coming in at 34.60. So if you're looking for a little bounce, maybe are looking to cover short-term short in the market. 3460 mid-range for the S&Ps. Real quiet day here. We're not even including the overnight range. 30-point range. That's half of the 9-day average trading range. I was thinking maybe we'd calm down a little bit earlier in the week, but we'll see. We would consolidate and trade more in the 3,300 handle, but might just well be the 3,400 handle.
all right. So biggest thing for next week, I mentioned the Apple and the Amazon events, and we obviously are going to have stimulus talk, but earnings season starts next week. I'll give you a quick rundown of the calendar. Tuesday morning is the first big day. We're going to get Johnson & Johnson, Delta Airlines, JP Morgan, BlackRock, and Citigroup on Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning, more banks, Bank of America, PNC, Wells Fargo, USB, and also United Health on Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon is United Airlines. So we have Delta on Tuesday, United Airlines on Wednesday. Thursday, Walgreens, Morgan Stanley, Afria, Taiwan Semiconductors. Wow. Friday morning, VF Corp, Schlumberger, and JB Hunt. So next week is going to belong to the banks. So that is what's on my radar for the week.
Yeah, let's just take a look at these banks have caught a bid here, and we talked about that earlier in the week. whether or not, really for a broad-based rally, need the financials to join along, and they did. J.P. Morgan is having a nice week here, back over $100. Let's see here, 101, boom. 102 looks like a little stickler. 2 days in a row, you topped out just under 102. Actually, TradeTheRange.com in this one. The high yesterday, 0192. High today, 0211. The lows, matching lows, 99.90 and 10011. So little trading range there for y'all that do well trading the ranges for JP Morgan. And how is the old Bank of America doing? BAC, I'm sure that's that over 25 bucks. Let's take a look at BAC. I know that I know it had some lows last week that I was looking at. Uh, yeah, hit a nice level, matched that high at 25 and a half and backed up a little bit, but good participation by the banks this week. Bank of America trying to get over 25 and a half. Looks like got a big seller there.
Oh my goodness! Did you see Peloton today? I didn't realize that it broke out again. I mean, not that it ever stopped really breaking out, but it did have
Really?
a red day. What, yesterday?
Jeez, it did. Holy mackerel! Look at that thing.
Yeah.
122.
Pause for one day.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. I don't know. Don't mention that stuff.
Okay,
anymore.
not mentioning that stock. Did you see Lemonade today? LMND actually Lemonade for the past few days. It's gained back more of its losses in the last 2 days than it did in the last like 2 months.
And a new IPO, good couple days. Got beat up off its IPO, undercut the IPO price. What we talk about, came back above it. And let's see what happens. Maybe a little collision course here at 70. Struggled at 70 at the end of August or early August. Haven't sniffed that. So there you go. You're looking for a shorter term target, 67.70 in Lemonade, LMND. And then also, if you just want to get a little historical here, just for the time this is traded, boom, you had the high and the low. Come on, down. Rough numbers there. Oh, look at that. The 50, oh, 70 bucks comes right in there. Figure your exact number there, but that's halfway back. That's going to be the tipping point here for Lemonade to see if we can get back almost 95 bucks. Looks like it made that on the second day of trading.
Alex asking about Capital One Financial, COF.
COF.
Yeah,
boy, oh boy.
They report on the 22nd. Joel can tell you about the stock. I've been a customer or a client of theirs, I don't know, for a decade or more. I mean, they were my first major bank that I switched to, I guess during college. So I've been a client of theirs for like 14 years. But I feel like I'm proof of the fact that people don't switch their banks, because I've been wanting to switch my bank for 5 years maybe, and I haven't gotten around to it. So it's just the stickiest business, because switching your bank is such a pain in the ass. And
right.
I've been a client of theirs, and I don't particularly love it or anything, but yet I'm just too lazy to switch my bank. And I think most people are probably like me.
A little pause here in the action. A nice run up from 75 to 80. Not seeing, just a little bit of a pullback. I mean, moved up from the middle the middle upper 60 handle. Big move here, little digestion down 51 cents. I guess if you're a little nervous here and you're looking to take some profits, I would just keep an eye on that close from yesterday. We are trading down 46 cents from it, but the high close for the move, 79.92. Yesterday's high, 79.99, and another high at 80.28. So maybe you just got seller here at 80 bucks, just trying to wiggle out of a position. Once that seller's mopped up at 80, it could continue. No, I'm not. That's wrong. I was looking on the 15-minute chart. I'm sorry, guys. 81. No, made a new high for the move yesterday at 81.67. A little bit red today. Maybe, As long as it doesn't take out yesterday's low, I don't like that because you got about $1.50 gap down to Thursday's low at 77.56. But intermediate term, keep an eye on that close from yesterday, 80.28.
All right, that's a wrap here. 4:30. I'm sorry, 4:30. 4 o'clock and 30 seconds. Markets are closed for the week. Joel, we made it. How did we do?
Good. That little dip down near the close that was bought up here. We're gonna close at the highs for the week. The old Friday high, get some continuation on Monday. Now up at 34.70. That's 4 points off the high. So real good week for the market, and we'll see what tweets come out over the weekend.
All right, that's a wrap for us. Please remember all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes only, not for investing or trading advice. Do me a favor, hit that like button before you go. That would make my weekend a little bit better. We'll be back with you on Monday morning. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend, and go Yankees. For the love of God, go Yankees, please. Okay.